Hi everyone, Jasper Basson here, founder of Dryk Holdings and the financial director of Lead Optimizers. Tonight is a bit of a different color. I'm sitting here with Gary Joshua. He's currently fighting in the EFC Africa as an MMA fighter. Thank you for joining me.
No problem, happy to be here.
Awesome. So we thought we'd do it in our geese. I normally train here with Gary every Friday evening, me and my wife, and learning the skills of Jiu-Jitsu. And tell us more about the martial arts, where you came from and how you've been trained.
Basically, I started martial arts about 11, almost 12 years ago. My first introduction into martial arts was submission grappling, which is called no-gi. From the first class, once I was hooked after the first class. Yeah, so obviously once I started Jiu-Jitsu, that was my introduction into martial arts. Just started developing more of a drive to continue the sport and was constantly looking to be challenged. So that's how I started ending up doing kickboxing, mixed martial arts, and ended up being a professional fighter right now as a career choice.
And you're currently 4-0 in professional MMA fighting.
That's correct. My next bout will be against Zulu for the EFC flyweight title. That's happening on the 3rd of November.
And that's in Cape Town?
In Cape Town.
Awesome. Just deconstruct all your martial arts. You've actually been in kickboxing as well. You've been a Western Province kickboxing champion at some stage.
That's correct.
And also Jiu-Jitsu, that you're a brown belt.
Yeah, I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for over 10 years now. Been a long journey. Every discipline individually I competed in. I competed in judo, boxing, kickboxing, and mixed martial arts. So it's been a long road for me.
Being a sports star is not almost, it's exactly the same as being an entrepreneur. You need to have certain morning rituals, certain daily habits, consistent training, and give us some idea of your daily rituals and habits that you use for being a sports star.
The main thing is consistency. You have to wake up driven to succeed and try and be better than what you were the day before. Every day it's not the easiest because you're constantly training, especially like now when I have like a big fight coming up, so I'm in fight camp. So I'm training twice a day, excluding my clients, which is my strength and conditioning, my kickboxing, my grappling. So it's very challenging in that aspect, but the whole thing is just consistency. Main thing is consistency.
Knowing you, I know your mind is very strong. Any tips for any martial artist? I mean, the same principle being for entrepreneurs as well. How do you get your mind so strong?
It's taxing at times, but the main thing is just you have a goal at the end of the day and you have to push through and try and see it through. At the end of the day, it's good to fail, but the more you're gonna approach it, the more openings are gonna come. Something is gonna break eventually. If you want it bad enough, it's gonna come. The road will never be easy where all doors are just gonna be open. It all boils down to consistency and setting your mind to what you want and your goal and going out there and getting it.
I agree. I think that your biggest failures are genuinely setting up your biggest winnings.
Exactly. And a failure is a bump in the road. It's nothing. It's just going to make you stronger at the end of the day. Failing is all part of it. It's part of the journey. There's not one champion that can say he's totally undefeated, he never lost. You learn more from losing than from winning because it's actually going to see what you have on the inside. And the main thing is also mentally, you have to be prepared for every aspect. Because life is challenging on its own. It comes with its own challenges and things like that. So it's just to go out there and do it at the end of the day. You can't approach something and say, hey, it's gonna be too hard. You're never gonna know till you try. And you have to try, give it a shot and then see what happens from there. If it doesn't come, you go again. Something will come.
Any tips for any young sports sports athlete that really want to compete in as being a pro, can be in any athlete, and in your case obviously it's martial arts, but any tips for any young sports star?
I would just say the main thing is show up every day to train, and if you really want it, you're gonna have to just show up and keep training. Enter as much competitions as what you can to build experience and try and train with the best guys. Also boils down to consistency. If you want something, you have to do it every single day. Having a habit is not always always a bad thing, but if it's a good habit, it's a great thing, because it builds again up to consistency, and at the end of the day, if you want something bad enough, it's going to come. You have to just keep training, and something will happen.
Thank you for joining me.
Hey,
and thank you
problem.
for every weekend for training.
Hey, always a pleasure, always
Awesome.
a pleasure. I love
Thank you
choking
very
you out.